Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a Q&A for the first time. You guys sent in your questions and I picked out about 20 of them on my phone. So I'm going to just go through all the questions one by one. Thank you guys for asking them. So this first question is, have you been in a musical before? And the answer is yes, I have. I was in my 6th grade musical, The Wiz, and I was just one of the background singers. There were like 3 background singers. We all got to wear really fancy and cute dresses though. So I think that's the only one I've been in though. How has music helped you through a tough time in your life? I remember I broke up with my first boyfriend in high school, and I just went to a practice room and closed the door and played piano for like 2 hours, just like like crying but playing the piano, and it was really helpful to just sit there and play. So I feel like that has happened probably several times throughout my life. Just when I feel sad, I go close the door, play something. This next question is, in high school, were you popular or the quiet kid? I definitely wasn't popular, I think. There were like 3,000 kids in my high school, so I kind of felt like nobody was really popular in a way. There were just like so many people that it was almost impossible to have like one or a few popular people. Maybe there were like popular people in each little group, but I wasn't aware of it. And I was definitely more of like the quiet, shy kind of kid. So, yes, quiet in high school. This next question is, have you performed your originals live a lot? I definitely did in school. I would take like every chance there was to perform at a concert to go and play an original song. Lately, I feel like I haven't been able to perform live as often as I'd like to. So I've started to do live streams on Instagram, partly for that reason. I'm doing them every Saturday afternoon now. And as soon as everything opens up from COVID again, that's going to be one of my goals, is to go play live way more often. This next question is, will you or did you compare yourself with others? And I definitely did, especially in the beginning of starting my YouTube channel. Like, there are so many great channels that I wanted to like emulate, and it was really frustrating to not know how, or like not have the equipment, and I was comparing myself to like people on Instagram and YouTube. And I think I've gotten a lot better about that now, just like trying to separate and being like, okay, everybody has their journey. This is my journey. And when I do compare myself to people, it's more now a matter of like trying to learn from them. So there's a channel I really admire from Kina Grannis, and I've been watching all her videos and being like, how can I make my videos more like hers, because they're so beautiful, but still make them my own. So a friend of mine always says comparison is the thief of joy. So now whenever I start comparing, I'm like, okay, remember that. Do you have any other hobbies except for music? Yeah, I really like to meditate. That's one hobby that I've started to do a lot this year. I also like to paint, though I haven't done that as much lately. But yeah, I really like to cook as well, and once I can again, I think I'll start a garden because I really like growing food too. How long have you been a YouTuber? It has been 4 years now. I've been posting consistently on YouTube for 4 years, which is a pretty long time. Have you ever thought of quitting YouTube, is this next question. And I think actually I haven't. I've definitely like struggled with maintaining the consistency, but when I first started YouTube, I was looking at people's channels and seeing like, oh, so this person finally reached 1 million subscribers after 8 years or like 10 years. So in my head, when I started YouTube, I think I was kind of like, well, let me try this for 8 years and see how it goes. And so I think I've always had that number in my head, and because of that, I haven't really necessarily considered quitting YouTube. We'll see after 8 years passes, maybe I'll consider it then. Do you have any advice to become confident? Well, at least for me, I have become confident in certain areas because I did them a lot. So, especially with YouTube, like I was very, very shy talking to the camera, and I still am today. But after 4 years, I've gotten a lot better at talking to the camera, and it's just because I've done it again and again and again. And now with this vlog channel, hopefully I get even more confident as we go along. And the same thing with music. I had performances growing up, like recitals at the end of each year, and you always get nervous, but the more that you do the performances, the more confident you get with performing. So if there's maybe one area in your life that you can focus in on and just be like, okay, I'm going to do this and do it once a week, or like, I don't know, whatever you can manage, then you'll definitely get more confident as you do it. This next question is, why are you doing this job? So the reason I started my YouTube channel is because I want to share my original music with everybody, and the reason today still is that reason. Like, I want to be seen as a singer-songwriter and share my music and make music videos and release albums. And so all the other stuff that I do for my channel is kind of like getting people to come in, I guess, and then hopefully go listen to my original stuff. Did you study music in college? Yes, I did. I have studied music quite a bit. I went to undergraduate school in Illinois, and I studied oboe performance. So I was in orchestras and bands and just practicing all the time. Not necessarily oboe, I was practicing piano a lot. And then I went to Cal Arts for graduate school to study music composition. So, yes, I did. I went to school for music. This next question is, when did you start playing ukulele? And I think that was about 7 years ago is when I started. And then someone else asked, who was your ukulele teacher? And I did kind of like the YouTube route. I watched videos from the ukulele teacher, which is so crazy because now I get messages from him sometimes on Instagram, and I'm like, whoa, it's so cool. So I watched some ukulele videos from the ukulele teacher, but mostly I'd say I kind of taught myself, just like picking up chords here and there and writing stuff. And I actually learned a lot when I started teaching for Fender Play too, which is really funny because I'm supposed to be the teacher, but I was learning like a ton about the instrument then. So kind of just through doing it is how I learned how to play ukulele. So next we have, how do you deal with heartbreak? Which I think is really funny that you're asking me this question. But I actually do have some experience dealing with heartbreak because about a year and a half ago, my ex-boyfriend and I broke up, and we'd been together for 5 years, which was a really, really long time. And it was very difficult. So I would say things that helped a lot were to write. Maybe, I wrote a lot of songs, but just journaling in general helps. Like going out with friends, spending time alone. And also to realize like it's gonna be really hard for a while, probably. So the thing about heartbreak is it just takes time. And so you're gonna experience a lot of emotions, but you just take your time with it, and then eventually it will pass, even though it doesn't feel like it now. When is your birthday? My birthday is May 21st. It's coming up. Are you a cat or dog person? I really like both, but I'd say I'm more of a dog person, though I don't think I will ever have a pet, because I would be really sad when it dies. How do you motivate yourself? I am struggling with this a little bit right now because I decided like I'm gonna exercise and meditate and read and like wake up early and like do all these things, and I like threw it all at myself like a few weeks ago. Now I'm struggling to maintain it, so I think I'm gonna have to like pull back a little bit and like add each thing in little by little. So I think I'll motivate myself by taking it a little bit more like one piece at a time. And also I like to have goals in mind as well. And a quote that really helps me feel motivated too is "The diligent prosper." What is your favorite instrument? My favorite instrument is the piano. Surprise. Favorite singer-songwriter? I really love Taylor Swift and John Mayer, Sarah Bareilles, Dodie Clark. Do you like Harry Potter? Yes, of course. Who doesn't like Harry Potter? I love Harry Potter. It's the best. All right, so I think those are all of the questions that I had written down. Thank you guys so much for answering, or well, for writing them in. I hope that this was interesting, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. I'm gonna post a studio tour on Friday with some of my other YouTuber friends, so be on the lookout for that. And I will see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.